Hello again, back for more action. Today could be similar to last hunt. Well, probably not as good as last hunt. The reason I say this is I've actually come back to the same beach as the last video. The cut's still here. If you remember from my last video, it was a little bit more defined than that. I've actually got my husband detecting today as well, off in the distance. Just going to see if there's anything I missed last time, basically. I found my first target, which as you can see is actually not that nice. It's -5, -6, quite deep though. I'm hoping this might actually sound a little better if I dig a couple scoops. So we'll give it a go, because you never know. What do you know? It's already starting to get a positive 17 in there after a single scoop. There are some beaches where I live that pretty much every signal will be minus until you dig it up. Still think this one will be rusty. It is out of the hole. There somewhere. I wouldn't normally pinpoint this smaller pile, but while I'm talking, let's have a pinpoint. Probably a rusty nail or something to start our day. Why not? It's rusty something. What have we got? I think that could be a screw. I'll clean it up when I get home because it's interesting shape, but oh well, we all start somewhere. Got a very odd sounding one here. Very, very clipped. 22, 27, 16, could be anything. If I turn it on all metal, there's a grunt pretty much every time, especially up this side. So who knows, mostly positive down here, but all over the place. Let's see what we got. Not what I expected, but certainly explains a strong signal. We have here a railway bolt. There used to be a train line in the general area here. I wouldn't say super close to this, but yeah, pretty cool. That's a keeper. I'll clean that up. Moving on. Another wacky one. I'll show you it in all metal. -2, -3. If I take off the all metal, the positive numbers I'm getting are sort of 18, 20, thereabouts. Deep again. Who knows? Maybe we got another rail bolt. Turn you on again. That water is cold. This is the end result. I'm actually not sure what I've found at this point, guys. I think this is hollow. Yep, I know. It's a bit that goes across in the middle here too. Hopefully that makes it a little clearer for you. Guys, if you know what this one is, feel free to let me know in the comments. It's almost got a screwdriver into it there. Flathead screwdriver. Very, very curious. Cool. Alright. Let me know. Moving on. Now that I've moved that other item out of the way that was here, there's a few more things going on around here. Another ferrous item of some sort there. Got pretty constant positive 14, 15 here. Also deep down. So another dig ahead of me. Get a higher tone over here somewhere too. Yeah, who knows? I think I'll just have to excavate the whole area. Turn you on in a sec. That awkward moment when you have the fight of your life for a 20-cent piece. That was an effort. I wouldn't have normally fought that hard, except I've found so many old coins here that it was worth a shot. Ah well, let's keep going. 11 to 13. Fairly clean sounding tone. Let's have a look. I think the predecimals run might have come to an end in this spot. Just a 10-cent on that occasion. Oh, I'll keep checking it, but then I might rendezvous with the other half and see what he's found. guys, I haven't turned you on for the last dozen or so targets because they've all been sinkers. This one's ringing a little higher, so it's either going to be a massive sinker or hopefully a bit of jewellery or an old coin. We'll find out. Alright, well, this is what was in that hole. I'm going to assume it was used as a fishing weight, but it's not really like anything I've seen before, guys. Almost sounds like a little bell on the bottom. Not as heavy as a sinker would be, so I think it's probably more of a steel than lead, but I got no idea what I found, guys. Any ideas? Let me know. Moving on. King George the 6th. Penny of some sort. Can't see at the moment, kind of surrounded by people. Moving on. Alright, could be onto the second penny. 24.25. Let's do it. Well, just pulled it out of this hole here. And this is actually a bucket list one for me, guys, because while I won't be able to tell what kind of penny that used to be, I don't know whether you can see clearly or not, but that one's been shot. I've never had a penny or any coin that's had a bullet imprint, so very cool. Moving on. 2-cent piece and a sinker. Didn't record this one, sounded junky. I guess I was kind of right. Moving on. Well guys, we're getting ready to wrap up for the day. Don't think the other half's found too much. Neither have I really. But I'm gonna maybe end on this one. Not sure if you can see at the moment. Really consistent 10. Probably just a 5-cent or something, but sounds clear enough to dig. We'll keep you on for this one. Hopefully. So I am a little careful. I had a question, or rather a comment on a previous video about why I don't wear gloves. First and foremost, I actually wear out a lot of gloves. Probably 3 or 4 pairs just this year alone where I've worn the fingertips completely out. It's also why I'm wearing a bandage on this finger just so I don't injure it. Yes, there are some crabs in these rock pools. They're generally quite small at this particular beach. I do have a look each time I remove a big rock to see if any are scurrying out of the way, and then try to respect them and keep out of their way. That's not to say I won't get chewed on at some point. I'm sure that's going to happen. Or shredded up by something like this. Bit of canceller. Ah well, we're nearly done. Hello and welcome to this hunt's wrap up. So this one was a bit quieter than my last hunt. It's going to be very hard to top that one with all the predecimals. If you haven't seen that, please do go watch that. I'll put a link here somewhere in the video. Very good. Watch that afterwards. I threw out a lot of the junk already. There was a lot of sharp glass, aluminium, that sort of thing. So it was probably about 15, 20 junk targets that I've gotten rid of already. A bunch of sinkers, including this very cool one, which I've not seen one quite like this before. I suppose this is probably more of a lure than a sinker. Yeah, not sure. Made of steel, that one, instead of lead. Rusty screw. There were a few of those. I've already gotten rid of all the other ones. And moving on to my other rusty bits and pieces, we have a railway spike. I'm kind of excited about this one. I am going to be restoring this. It's actually, I've started the process, but I was impatient and I wanted to film my wrap up, so I've pulled it back out of the CLR bath. There used to be a railway in the general area of where I hunted. It hasn't existed for many decades, so very excited about that one. Might have to see what I can turn that into. Maybe drop a comment. What would you use this for? I'm thinking something like a coat rack. Anyway, I'll hold on to it. My mystery tool. as far as I can tell, this has been used somewhat in the manner of a flathead screwdriver, as you can see by the end there. Very much a flathead screwdriver end, but just a different style of handle. It's not fully joined here. I don't know whether that's because it's broken over time or whether it was just bent that way. Given that it was found really close to the railway spike, I am wondering whether it had some sort of railroad use. Definitely let me know if you know anything about that one. Moving on to the coins, a couple of decimal coins, just a 20 cent, 10 cent, the good old 2 cent pieces. Haven't cleaned that one up for you. That's pretty much as I found it. This one I couldn't really make out when I pulled it out. I've actually tidied this one up a little bit. I'm going to give you guys a separate video on how I managed to get this one legible, because it is quite worn down. There's no real raised design on it. But yeah, separate video coming, which I think you guys might find interesting. It is a 1944 kangaroo penny. King George the 6th on the back. Sorry, mental blank. Again, you couldn't see him when I pulled the coin out either, so stay tuned and I'll show you how I managed to get this looking the way it is. Bringing me to probably my find of the day, which is this one here. This was actually a bit of a bucket list item for me. I wanted to find a coin that had been shot. It was certainly a fun activity kids got up to in decades past, kids and adults. Their aim's a little bit off on this one, but they managed to hit the coin nonetheless. This was a kangaroo penny. I don't know the exact year. I did see, I'll show you with my nail here. Just above my nail is where the year is, so same design as this one here. I'm going to guess that third digit is 4. I can definitely see a 1 and a 9 and a 4. So yeah, 1943 penny. But very, very cool. I'm going to have to display that somehow. So that's it, guys. Oh, a little bullet tip as well. That's it. Not too exciting compared to the last hunt, but hopefully I can continue to bring you some interesting content. So please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. I will keep getting some videos to you. Catch you later.